Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, another wondrous, another semi-magical propaganda cast from your host, Imperial Dane. We're off here to Numbers 1 on Holotny Ferma. We shall be watching on one side. We are fighting for the Soviet Union, comrades. And the 5th Tank Corps versus CaptainSPrice here, fighting for the Germans, for the Reich. Taking on the fight here for the 110th Infantry Division, tasked with holding a series of villages, including this one, which the Soviets are now hell-bent on pushing through. Can the Infantry Division hold the line in the name of Deutschland? Noting here several concepts on the way. We're also starting commands on Lend-Lease, Shock Rifle, and Mechanized Support versus CaptainSPrice, who's gone straight on for Jaeger Armor. And how much do you want to bet he's not going to be using Regal anti-tank mines at all? Anyways, barbed wire going up there. Conscripts heading north. Conscripts heading south. Ports there being secured. 2 grenadiers there on survey. Lots of barbed wire going up from both sides, trying to deny their opponent's cover and whatnot. So both sides starting out with a bit of infantry. We have taken it. Interesting capping order. Right here, a bit of a shift there in forces. It looks like he's trying to wire off the cut-off point right here. Make sure that his opponent can't easily get to it. We'll of course have to see how that works out in a second. Noting an MD42 then on the way for CaptainSPrice. Back to 1's over actually. 3rd conscript spot on the way. Sandbags going up already. Setting up there, ensuring that if he attacks, he will encounter a bit of serious resistance. Point there secured. MG42 arriving. It's the glory of the Reich. I'm pushing pretty aggressively towards here. Also a good way to sort of spot if the enemy's already approached up here, I suppose. Indeed, looks like CaptainSPrice is wiring off this bit here, ensuring his opponent can't get to the cut-off point at all, or at least not with ease. Mounting a pretty serious defense, it would look like already. But nice job to see so much about wire being utilised there. Another sandbag position up there. Both players sort of utilising abilities, maybe not otherwise utilised much, but good to see, good to see. Definitely allows them to change the battlefield more to their advantage, which is good, and is exactly why you have sandbags and barbed wire, by the way.
Fresh conscripts have arrived.
Grenadiers here fighting gloriously for the Reich, but they are getting over them. Then again, the conscripts here also getting a bit overwhelmed by bullets. And there you go, the MD42 firing, suppressing. Bunker going up there, so he's really doubling down here around the cut-off point. This is CaptainSPrice going into Festung Morden. And there you go, CaptainSPrice flanking in there behind. Ooh, clever, clever. Molotov's also getting ready just as it happened. Bunker getting finished up as well. Ooh, Pioneers there firing up close, and we also got the support gunners joining in anytime soon. But there we go, Molotov heading on the MD42. But the Pioneers having 360 axes, shooting at the conscripts, pretty much getting a lot of experience and getting a few kills. And there you go, the Russian conscripts ultimately outforced retreating in the face of the Wehrmacht Pioniere.
Return fire!
Die Besten in die Welt. And a bunker going out there, so already several bunkers going down here for Price. Attempt hit setting up mines, by the way, that's nice. Pioneers rushing in. Apparently the comets were too busy here with the Grenadiers, allowing the Pioneers to close in. Good job there with the Pionieren. And they then have the advantage against the combat engineers. Noting conscripts are marching in from behind. MD42 the still fighting here. Can the conscripts make it in time with a Molotov? A frangible of Fury Doom. And there we go. Direct hit there on the MD crew, burning most of them in a quite horrible and painful manner. And there you go, the MD bunker finally upgraded, firing away there for the Reich. So here's some nasty initial engagements. Most of the troops are back at base. Field infirmary upgrade going up there. More barbed wire going up here. CaptainSPrice not missing a beat to lay down some more. Stacheldrachts.
We are losing territory.
Lovely to see that.
Riflemen ready.
And there we go, utilising Once over, sandbag fighting position. That's definitely going to make things a bit awkward when the Russians come back. And there we go. Immediately Yuri took a bullet to the face and looks like Boris joined him in death. With another one joining in there. They're going to have to flank in then. Price though striking back pretty hard. Then he's getting caught up here, catching the conscripts up in the open. Negative cover again, making them easier to hit. That's giving the Grenadiers further advantage here as the conscripts approach. They're trying to flank in, but over there, both squads already half length. They've got another gun squad joining in. Can they push away as the Grenadier? Molotov's going off. They're going to force to abandon cover. On the move, they're making them easy targets. Other gun squad moving in. And there you go, forced retreat. Definitely some rather interesting infantry fighting going. They're going to forcing up to support the Grenadiers. And immediately suppressing at the same time. Looks like we've got a minor engagement up here. Conscripts versus another Grenadier squad. Mine up there, by the way. And ultimately, we do see here that one so is forced to retreat from here.
We are targets!
Also noting a support weapon company already up here for once over.
Taking losses! Waiting orders! Objective
The Grenadiers are proving to be quite some marksmen. Another push up here. The guys advancing. They could get hit by Molotov. In fact, they're within Molotov range, I would say. Guards him ramming the arcing mechanized support here. Grenadiers already taking heavy losses there, that close. Now there's just the MD-42 providing cover here from behind the hedgerows, with the Common Squad trying to flank in. Lovely, lovely. Good lord here. I mean, he's definitely going heavy on the barbed wire. Very interesting to see, very interesting to see. Rather rare to see as well, but I like to see it. Mines going up there. Very nice spot as well. Right as they bounce round the corner there. Good thinking. Some rather interesting thinking there as well. In fact, light machine guns going up there for Price's Grenadier. That should help a bit.
We are awaiting orders.
Guardsmen advancing. PTRS in hand and some more Nagans. What could they be thinking? They're going straight for the machine gun bank. Oh, they're getting into the building. Which just does have windows, in fact, allowing them to shoot at it, maybe. There we go. Firing with anti-tank rounds at the bunkers. In fact, in the wall, they would probably clear up bunkers a bit better than that, actually, with snipers firing the anti-tank rounds through those small slits and actually killing the troops inside. Little fun fact there. The way that this bunker's definitely going down, they can't really do much against it.
Machine gun opened up. They are coming. We took it out.
And there we go, the bunker went down. Must have been a bit of a nasty surprise there for CaptainSPrice. MD-40 being flanked, the flamethrower burning away, but already suppressed here. They might have a bit of trouble clearing out the MD crew. Can they do it for Comrade Stalin? Guards on their forced away, having taken a few heavy losses, they then tried to exit the shed. Conscripts there providing covering fire, and there you go, forced retreat in the end. Rapidly following up with a new bunker here for Price. Not giving up on this defensive position. He is absolutely adamant in retaining this. Like the mechanized company also going up. And what shall he do next? He's setting up barbed wire. He's trying to barbed wire off the front of the door. So Helmut. Yeah, why are we firing off this little shed? It's haunted by the ghost of Karl Marx. It is terrible. Ah, okay.
Engineer standing by. Soldiers ready. Fresh meat has arrived.
But definitely then trying to avoid the same situation repeating himself. I do believe he's also slightly placed it farther away. I might be wrong in that department. MD-42 covering here. At the same time losing the north here to the Russians. Those wily, wascally Russians. Nice job here actually trying to flank around though. Actually, there's a... we can maybe slightly hit. No, apparently not. Either way though, I mean a nice move, but sadly didn't quite work out. A mortar with some smoke though maybe could have helped. But beyond that, I mean nice move there. Very nice infantry moving there. Sadly though, CaptainSPrice though did not let that one slip past him. Unfortunately, interesting enough. But DP's there already upgraded, it would seem. Will he try to repeat the trick here then again with the front wired off, or can they squeeze past? Though to be fair, had it me, I'd probably just grabbed a flamethrower and lit the place on fire and burned it down. And apparently they're somehow doing it. They're just walking through the barbed wire. These are definitely true Guards infantry. Either that or they need to be fed more because they're then really, really thin. Like to dig a bit of damage, but now we do see that CaptainSPrice moving larger force. Looks like the Guardsmen actually focusing on infantry in front of them, not banging the anti-tank rifles up just yet then. Though they are actually causing quite a bit of harm there to CaptainSPrice's infantry. In fact, shifting here to CaptainSPrice, noting here already a tank with a tank commander and T-70 on the way here. Noting also 4 Grenadiers, 2 Pioneers, both with Minesweepers. He's taking no chances there. And M4 now getting packs as well. Guardsmen continuing to kill. Oh, and a conscript squad utterly wiped out here in the middle of the road. Just a scene of horrible massacres. Guardsmen beginning to suffer quite heavily here as well. Anti-tank rifle dropped. Oh, DP dropped as well. They managed to pick up the anti-tank rifle, but dropped not something else in return. And that's only going to be the help of CaptainSPrice there with another machine gun, although at the same time he is not really holding a lot of territory. And interesting enough, while he managed to wire off this part, I mean, he hasn't wired off that part, so I mean, essentially he can still use it to sort of fire off things towards here. But there you go, T-70 arriving. Then it is under 5 from the T-70's 45mm gun. Pat, though, is arriving.
Enemy troops attacking! You want something?
Sneaking up behind here, but looks like CaptainSPrice is already predicting that would happen. Moving in the anti-tank gun from that angle, and there we go. Oh, he's pulling up in front, ending up taking from the line of fire, the Impact 40. And there you go, T-70, very short living time. A bit of a shame there for once over. Like the Panzer arriving here. Should be interesting. And looks like they still crossed over through here. Apparently there's some issue with Smart Wire not working very properly in front of it. Interesting. Maybe you should just mine instead. Oh. Anyways, we got the Guardsmen moving in there.
Did you need something? How can we help?
Still a large infantry force, although now short 1 Pioneer squad and short 1 Minesweeper. Goddamn hiccups.
This is a nice spot of land, and it is ours. Grenadiers reporting.
Ready!
I wonder what one server's next response will be there after having lost his T-70 light tank so rapidly to the menaces of the Panzerabwehrkanone.
Guess they needed infantry that day instead.
Another push towards here, but now encountering 2 heavy resistance there. And spotting scopes here for the scout car, allowing you to see much, much further, in fact. Maybe a bit much far, but, you know. Oh, cribbing forwards, but it actually backfired on him as it gave once over here a chance to pop off a fragmentation grenade, taking out most of the Grenadier squad in a pretty unpleasant manner. If you're the Germans, that is. If you're the Russians, you're probably not bothering with thinking about how the enemy's doing. And forging up here, the Grenadiers in support, quickly pushing back to the south, and he's going straight for victory points. He knows he has to stop the bleeding of victory points. He's just pushing in all over, and of course that'll also force then one so to have to spread out his response in some regard to sort of try and stop it, which could then, of course, then allow CaptainSPrice to focus to push forward somewhere else.
Grenadiers here!
And we are noting here the M5 half track then instead. No more light tanks. He could be aiming there for the quad mount. Oh, good lord, that scout goes pretty close there to hitting the anti-tank man right there in the middle of the road. Half track now arriving, 50 caliber opening up. Looks like though the scout car will not be taking that bait anytime soon. Also note there, conscripts have merged with the Guards rifle infantry.
Territory secured. Yes?
And there you go, fort mount up. There we go, Grenadiers sent running. mine hit there, taking out most of the units. Still, one man lives. One man lives, breathes, and survives. For now. The attempt pushing up here, encountering a bit of resistance there from CaptainSPrice's scout car.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Also makes it a bit hard to catch him by surprise.
T-42s have arrived.
Careful there, you don't want the mine to go off with anyone around it. That could get a bit awkward for those involved. And there you go, taking back the territory. CaptainSPrice seems to be awfully much on the defensive though, to a certain extent. At least he's sort of focusing on just a certain part of the map and not really extending further, not even really seriously harassing his opponent, though I mean there's nothing wrong with sort of, you know, against focusing and creating a strong point around a certain few points, but I don't know if he might be taking a bit too far.
We are ready for action.
Taking Soviet fire!
A bit of light artillery might help him, to be honest.
We have been deemed worthy of a promotion. Enemy forces.
There we go, quarter half-track movement there, mowing down the Krauts.
That's a kill.
Oh, another country squad right down there for one, so he's actually suffering some pretty heavy infantry losses at times. He needs to be a bit more careful with that. No, oh, Grenadier squad went down there, a bit of a nasty loss there. We could be seeing further losses here. Oh, the Grenadiers do barely make it out there, despite the fusillade unleashed by the half-track, and there we go, Veterans won. Taking a massive toll right there, CaptainSPrice's troops.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Lots of pressure here. Half-track, no trigger now, hitting there, go. Molotov on the pack. Looks like he's trying to get it, doesn't quite succeed. Grenadiers here trying desperately to hold the line, but are ultimately pushed away. A bit of a desperate defense, in fact, being enacted here by CaptainSPrice at the moment. Thinks he might lack something extra to sort of handle things here. Guardsmen continuing the push, but ultimately forced away. The punishment too much, and there we go, fuel carries up as well. Nice to see harassing there again a bit. And some Guardsmen actually got him very close to the base here. I'm not sure what they were looking for. Noting here, second pack on the way for CaptainSPrice. No taking up so far. Be either.
Machine gun squad.
Half-track not being repaired either. You should definitely consider that though.
Forward structure under attack.
They're flanking us!
Our opponents are seizing.
There we go, rushing in the half-track. Needs to be careful though. And there we go. Was a bit reckless there, losing himself the half-track. I mean, he got half the unit, but ultimately I think the price went a bit too high there. In particular, since that gave the pack 40 veteran team, making it more lethal. Which is generally what you always want to avoid if possible. The less veterans your opponent's anti-tank weapons has, the better.
How can we help?
Pack loaded for panzer hunting.
And now with 2 pack 40s on top of him, he's getting a third one. I think that could be a bit extreme. I mean, of course, on the other hand, if he catches a tank in his line of sight, it's definitely going to be able to hurt it quite a bit. But it's going to leave him definitely a bit lacking in the infantry department. And will certainly also be vulnerable to certain weapons, like for example artillery. So there are some issues there, I have to admit. Still 3 packs will be a lot of firepower to unleash against the Bolshevik 4. But really not shifting around here with the southwestern victory point. The Guardsmen here, oh, just meeting a hailstorm of bullets there from 2 Grenadier squads with light machine guns and veterancy. A third one arriving as well. The Guardsmen simply utterly overwhelmed, unable to repel firepower of that magnitude.
Yeah? We are ready!
Infantry firing on us.
And I do believe it's time for the mid-game analysis once over, slightly beginning to lose ground now that CaptainSPrice seems to have found his footing. He's got several grenadiers, like machine guns, he's got packs, machine guns, even a scout car, several pioneers and mines to do harassment, but also clear out any mines that might threaten to hurt his infantry in a manner most unpleasant. And he's also got a bit of a strong point here in the form of the bunker and some barbed wire here and there, making movement towards this point a bit hard, and overall also making harassment around here a bit more tricky. So overall, I mean, it's a rather interesting position that CaptainSPrice is in. But he does need to be careful, as it does rather put the strain on a rather small force, part of his force, since the rest of it can't really pull an attack. So there's a few dangers there. I mean, if he begins losing these few grenadier squads, I mean, things will get very quickly painful, and he will also be much more forced upon the defensives. That's something he does need to be mindful of. Also, he could consider getting some armor, although it's rather thinking he might look like he's aiming for the elephant, which, considering he's also got 3 pack 40s, does seem a bit excessive from my point of view, and something he might want to be a bit mindful of. And of course, at the same time, he'll try and have a better range, so there might be something there. But then again, he might be just to aim for 2 packs first instead of 3 packs. Otherwise, a bit of armor could help him, maybe some Stooks or a Panther 4 or an Ostwind. Sort of provides something a bit more measure, but also a bit more aimed towards infantry. And a Panzer 4 would certainly also be able to lead an attack in case his infantry does get a bit mauled up. So there are some thoughts there as well. Looking over at once over, his force is considerably smaller. I mean, he's losing a lot of squads. He does need to be a bit more careful. The infantry does have a slight tendency of pushing them in a bit too hard and losing it, although it looks like he might also be aiming up for something like, say, a heavy assault gun. He's not far off either. And of course, without an elephant would certainly not be a bad choice. The issue then would of course be extremely vital. He would need to properly support it so he doesn't get knocked out, because that would be nothing he could actually rebound from if it did. On the other hand, it could really give him a huge opportunity to really cripple his opponent if it gets off a few good shots here and there, potentially wiping out squads, knocking out bunkers, maybe even knocking out the scout car. And of course the pack 40s would definitely be struggling with an ISU, and would definitely force him, of course, to either get, of course, the elephant, but of course even some Panzer force to try and flank it. That would also be very, very vital. So that's definitely also something to consider, but he needs to be a bit more careful with the infantry, though that does seem to be a slight lacking he has. But back to the fight, Let's see if we can overcome this, and also knowing in terms of damage, CaptainSPrice is slightly ahead also in terms of kills, but overall, Onzo isn't doing too badly either, though he is definitely beginning to take the brunt of the punishment now, as CaptainSPrice gets settled in. Grenadier squad here again. I mean, the sandbags here are nice, but I really should consider barbed wiring off the one side, because it's really done CaptainSPrice a lot of good having this sandbag position to hold off his opponents with, in particular in conjunction now with the several light machine guns being added into the mix.
There are no cowards here.
The enemy is firing.
Hunters in attack, and there we go. Guardsmen doing what they can here, but again, an awful lot of fire here. The sheer volume of bullets shattering through the wooden walls of the farmhouse.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
I mean, these are quite some impressive grenadier. Guardsmen and conscripts moving up, but will they be able to turn things around then again? Just a few more seconds. And the ISU 152, the Shredder boy, the beast killer, shall be here. Oh, mine's cleared out there. Oh, that was close. Oh, the scout car could have gone kaboom. Again, another push there for the house. And just point blank fire there with the machine guns and rifles. I mean, these conscripts need to get out of there before they get utterly massacred.
We have a new unit.
Quick grenade there, catching a few grenadiers. And there we go. ISU 152 has arrived. We do see some of the grenadiers quickly beat a very hasty retreat, though probably not because they know of this yet. Though they might have felt a shiver down their spine. But more likely because they're depleted, and there wasn't a half track by command bank up by the front. And there we go. First shot shatters the Grenadier squad quite viciously.
Under 80 gun attack.
This territory.
You need the big guns.
More shots there from the ISU. pulling forwards.
We are awaiting orders. Our heavy machine gun turret is here. Anti-tank gun is ready for action.
Oh, direct hit down the scout car as well. 152mm shell, having no issue there with the lightly armoured 222, leaving it but a very, very smouldering wreck. We're noting a field gun's now being added for once over. And looks like the Elephant Schwer Panzerjäger has arrived to threaten the dominance of the ISU-152, as I imagine he's trying to wipe out that bunker, or maybe that shed. It is actually the ghost of Trotsky that resides within it, and he must be destroyed. And go firing at the bunker, getting off hit there, but now with the Elephant approaching the ISU-152 will be in a bit of trouble, so needs to be careful. One good hit there from the Elephant, good, through a bit disastrous, and there we go. Elephant got a hit there. Second shot misses though.
Oh, fuck me! Airstrike!
What's this? Sturmovik. Oh, didn't even knock it out, do some serious damage, didn't even get the field count, so that was a bit of a waste of misery there, can't help but feel. Bit unfortunate there for CaptainSPrice. The troops are moving in from the north, from the centre. South though, nothing there. Seems like he's given up on that approach for the time being. Oops, that was not supposed to happen. Elephant though continuing to fire in the name of the Reich. And looks like the ISU-152 is almost ready to move out again and punish the foes of the motherland. Oh, another squad hit there. That was quite nasty. Elephant continues to blast away. Also noting a bombing strike there available from Sturmovik.
We are taking heavy machine gun fire.
Elephant misses. Will there be another shot? Misses again. I mean, come on, Helmut. It's not that small. There we go. Finally got off hit, but so did the field gun, and that immediately gained veterans who won. And there we go. Ultimately, the Elephant is forced to pull a bit away. MG42 cleared out. Looking a bit grim there for CaptainSPrice. Now moving forward to his Pack 40. So all of a sudden, revealing themselves again to be a bit of a double-edged sword, while inserting a nice deterrent against enemy armor. At the same time, if there's no armor for them to really fight against, they do become a lot less effective. Well, if there's rather long-range stuff. So that was quite uncomfortable for CaptainSPrice, who's now being forced further and further back here. Bombing strike going in against the Pack 40s. And there you go, one Pack 40 wrecked beyond repair. ISU-52 pulling back 4 repairs. And the Elephant also in dying repairs, just blast, but without actually hitting anything. Though it has reached Veterans 1, which does give it access to target weak point, which could be utilised against the ISU-152 to actually stun it. And of course getting a few more shots and maybe even knock it out. Nice use of tracking there.
Awaiting command.
Maxim up, by the way, interesting.
IL-2 bomb strike available to rain death.
Sturmovik needs a target.
That should definitely make it a bit harder for CaptainSPrice to advance. And now he's actually setting up a support armor core. I wonder what he could then be aiming at to acquire. Could it be Stooks? Could it be Ostwins? Could it be a Panzer IV?
Under our control.
It will be interesting to see what he tries to pull out of his sleeve.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Both parties moving up, including the Veteran 2, which should definitely speed up the repairs of his... Trying to steal the MG42 with that rather than encountered another MG42 and a much better crew, which quickly sorted that one out. And ensuring that Once Over did not get his hands on the precious MG42. There you go, stealing it back.
You need the big guns.
Will certainly take some time to get either repaired.
The point is ours.
A bit quiet then.
Army at your service.
A bit quiet.
Now this land belongs to the Soviet people.
The Americans know how scrap merchants will be very...
So there you go, RG-152 ready. Almost Veteran 1 as well, which does give it access to the awesome tracking ability. And there you go, Elephant ready. However, though, shall he break out of this? I mean, it's quite the stranglehold that currently Once Over is holding CaptainSPrice in. Having most of the map, having several field guns, having the RG-152. We'll definitely have to push the flank, since a direct push up the centre is going to be pretty much suicide.
Enemy fire! Have the point.
RG-152 shot there, but didn't quite penetrate, and a flak panzer arriving, and marked vehicle up there. A bit of an assault up here north of Guardsman and a Maxim, really proving to be quite lethal. But the flak panzer arrives and turns the charge there with its 37mm high explosive rounds. And immediately we see here the Maxim crew being the next target. Another IG-152 by the way available, and he does call it in, adding in 2 heavy assault guns here for Once Over in his fight against fascism.
Capturing our supplies.
Could he get that Maxim crew? It looks like with the Grenadiers' help. And there we go, the entire Maxim crew went down. IL-2 also taking fire and crashing down somewhere far beyond, or at least far beyond the care of the troops here. Nice hit there from the RG-152. Elephant needs to get back though. He needs to somehow break out, though at least he's sort of not being utterly daft and pushing up the centre, shifting north, which is good. It's also the one right where he's going to have a harder time being covered there by Once Over. Even trying to aim for the fuel point, but there you go, Elephant firing, though as usual not quite hitting anything, but getting close to Veteran 2 actually. That should do quite a bit of good. Oh dear, looks like an escort took up position, then got hit by the RG-152, causing the entire thing to collapse like a house of cards. But there you go, nice hit there from Veteran 2 too. But looks like he does manage to escape. He actually got a kill. Impressive.
The sector is at risk. Heavy tanks standing by.
But he does seem intent on immediately bringing back some rapid repairs. Still, CaptainSPrice keeps up the path here, not holding back. Nice to see. Elephant just continues to shoot though, and not really hit anything.
Assault gun.
Aiju rolls a bit further forwards.
Machine gun!
And actually using an MG42 to cap like that is rather risky, I'll have to say, by CaptainSPrice. Could end up backfiring. In fact, it's time to shift over to CaptainSPrice again with a second flak panzer. A second flak panzer. Not a Panzer IV. But punishing the Guardsman right here. Oh, good lord. Series of nice hits there. Could see the Guardsman going down. Nope. Looks like Once Over managed to salvage his troops.
Use your scope!
Getting scopes there on the flak panzers. A bit quiet again.
Yeah.
Elephant though should be ready to do some fun stuff.
We have 100 points remaining.
100 points left here. And again, by securing the northern point, he has bought himself more time.
Foes are behind our lines. Headquarters attacked.
The field gun coming forwards. We can see here that Cap Ansel is pushing forwards. Mark vehicle there, though, at the same time with 2 Osprins. There's a chance here that will go down. It looks like he's pushing in with the flak panzers. Right in front of the archers, he's already hit heavy damage on that one.
Forces are securing our territory.
If you get off a target weak point, though, I think that'd be great. Or for that matter, if one of those Osprins would have been a Panzer IV, he could have flanked them. They're still... Oh, that's one of his mines, no mind. Pack 4, he's ultimating, and there we go. Nice hit there from the Elephant tank destroyer. Still no sign of target weak point. IG-152 looks like escaping. Flak Panzer went down though.
One of our panzers has been destroyed.
Field gun here caught in front of the Elephant, but the Elephant seems to be sorting out with his machine gun actually up close. Quite nicely in fact. There we go, and T-34 flanks in. Church collapsed with Russians in it. Oh, T-34 there taking some volleys there from the Pack 40s. CaptainSPrice seems to be actually making a comeback right here though.
Foes are behind
Impressive, very impressive. Though I fear the T-34 here won't make it out alive, and there we go.
75 points.
IG-152 moves up, Elephant getting very close to Veteran T3. Careful, careful. Most of one soldier troops back in his base. And there we go, pushing the Netherlands forwards, and there we go, nice hit there. Though again, target weak point, target's a weak point, Helmut. And there we go, he actually got the ISU. And he's extremely close there to Veteran T3 with his Elephant. Ooh, got the mine there as well. So actually grabbing now territory, they need to get more troops out, and again I think he needs to begin to gain some armour there to try and help flank the ISU-152 a bit better. But oh well, more Grenadiers on the way, having broken out and actually left. Once in a pretty terrible position, he's actually making a decent return here. Quite rare to see that, to be honest. Another Sturming bomb strike. Again, I can't help but feel he needs a bit more cap. And there we go, Elephant hits the IG-152, gains Veteran T3 in the process, increasing its accuracy and rate of fire.
This sector belongs to the Reich. Another kill. You need an elephant now. We can see them before they see us.
Quickly grabbing back territory. The Elephant, though, is in need of some heavy repairs, so it doesn't get wiped out there by the IG-152, which is definitely getting a bit more focus there from once overs. Engineers.
Pioneers here.
Elephant rolling forwards. The Elephants in the war actually, when they fought, actually managed quite a high kill-death ratio, which is always something, though at the same time they weren't necessarily that popular, I think. But they actually saw, I believe, action on the eastern front. It's even a bit on the western front, I think. There have been some reports that they actually fought in the Ardennes, though I'm less sure about that. And there goes your 1v2 ready to move forwards. Can the Elephant see it? Yes, indeed. Nice hit there. Target Civic. Oh, focusing on the wrong thing. Needs to be a bit careful there, CaptainSPrice. Your Elephant is a bit too valuable to lose like that. Bunker going up. Where the... Well, have the Grenadiers work on that? And have the Pioneers just keep repairing. Stunned there. Surprising he's still not using target weak point. I mean, it would give him a bit of advantage there versus the IG-152, since it would then give him the chance of actually stunning it, getting in maybe a few free shots.
Sector is
Another T-34 they're arriving. Where are the other pioneers? Apparently taking points. He should be having more pioneers just working on repairing that elephant tank destroyer. Schwerer Panzerjäger. Get it fixed, Leute! And there you go. Both packs too close to each other makes them easy targets there for it. Although it looks like it did get a target weak point there, but I do feel it should have been from that. Looks like he's setting up a command bunker of all things, although I think a half track would have been a bit faster in the end, considering the situation. Well, at least the elephant is getting repaired. But if only he actually had some Panther force, he might have been able to sort of flank things a bit properly. Need to pull back that elephant. Damage engineer on the T-34. There goes RG-152 flanking, and there we go. Elephant kaput, and the pioneers wiped out with a follow-up shot there from the RG-152. An absolutely tragic loss there for Germany. Now looks like he is getting utterly annihilated right here. Pack 40 recruit, by the way. Maybe that had a hand in things as well. Flak Panzer down. Second Austin moving in, blitzkrieging. In fact, but going to go down nonetheless. And there we go, wrecked. CaptainSPrice pretty much left without anything anymore. And there we go, game over. A brutal battle of annihilation right here on Holotny Ferma. Some pretty heavy action, some very nice flanking action, some nice infantry action, some nice, fortification action, but at the same time also some nice work with the RG and the elephant. To be honest, I mean, it's quite rare that you actually see a stage comeback like that with an elephant, and even rarer to see get veterans like that. I just think the problem was in part, he didn't quite get repaired properly when he probably should have. But also the other issue, I think partly was, all those packs he got and the elephant. I think that was a bit too much in the anti-tank department. That combined with all the Austrians, I mean, he was a bit too much in extremes for the units. Too many specialists, not enough generalists to sort of hold it all together. I mean, you have to be careful with that. If you have a lot of specialists, you do need some core units, some more generalist troops that can actually sort of carry the day forward. And in part, he didn't have that, which rather left him vulnerable in several cases. In particular with a heavy assault gun, which is a rather heavy generalist in some regards. Much stronger. I mean, the Pack 40s not really doing too much, which was definitely a shame that a lot of manpower gone out the window that way. Plus, of course, the little infantry had also then suffered much more. So I think that was sort of one of the major issues for CaptainSPrice. Plus, I can't help but feel he was maybe a bit too defensive around here. The cut-off point and the fuel point, he might also be able to be a bit more aggressive, or at least lay down some mines. And I certainly think, while the Austrians were nice, I think you should at least mix them up with a few Panzer IVs to sort of, when he flanked the RG-152s, having a chance of doing a bit more damage to them. I also think that was a slight mistake, which rather gave Once Over a bit more of an advantage. Once Over, though, I mean, keeping up the pressure quite nicely, making good use of his commander, grabbing a large chunk of the map several times, keeping up the pressure, although, of course, also getting a bit aggressive at times, particularly right here, which allowed, to a certain extent, CaptainSPrice to get back with the elephant. But still, I mean, nice pressure upon his opponent. He could have done with a few more mines here and there, but ultimately, I mean, he actually also did quite bit of work there, putting those down. I mean, it's hardly as I have something massively to complain about there either. A mortar early on could maybe have provided him with a bit of extra boost, or maybe an earlier maximum, but that's about it. But really nicely played there by both sides. Hope you enjoyed this match. If you did, want to subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, send it in a replay and provide some feedback in the comments. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.